Star Citizen Alpha 3.21 Mission Ready is now out to live, and it brings with it a host of new content. With high risk comes great reward, so head into the verse to tackle some of the most dangerous missions yet, from infiltrating abandoned bunkers to restoring peace to a once idyllic city in the clouds. Alpha 3.21 introduces all new escapades for pilots of every level. Plus, there's the latest groundbreaking tech, updated features, quality of life updates, and much more. This is largely a quality of life and mission update patch. However, there's quite a bit going on here. It's quite a big patch as well, from an Alpha 3.20 upgrade, an additional 34 gigs, even though it is effectively still the 3.20 codebase. There hasn't been a wipe here, but you will have lost anything that wasn't saved to the long-term persistent database, like ammo, medical supplies, refinery jobs, stuff like that typically. All of the content planned for Alpha 3.20.x will now be part of the 3.21.x cycle, along with various other additions like the replication layer. There is a ship sale on currently as well with this patch's release. In addition to the Crusader Spirit A1 being on sale from $175, there's also the Mercury Star Runner, Prowler, Redeemer, Valkyrie, Vanguard, Hoplite, C8R Medical Pisces, and Cutlass Red all on sale as well. Lots of ships focusing on helping with ground assaults and deploying troops to the ground, which will then be able to do these missions that are included in 3.21 and have been improved as well. There's also an additional referral bonus for 3.21 until the 30th of October. If anyone uses your referral code and becomes a citizen by buying a game package of at least $40, you'll both get a hover quad and a copper head paint for it. Nice little hover jet bike. You can only earn one of these during that period. They've added a new flyable ship, the Crusader Industries A1 Spirit. It's a cool tactical bomber, pretty scrappy as well, pretty good in a fight. People are saying it's a multi-role. Yes, the C1 is multi-role, which isn't here yet, and the E1 is sort of a luxury ship, but the A1 doesn't really have any cargo space, and it is more focused on deploying its ordnance. There are 3 jump point rest stop stations, Lagrange points, and infrastructure all deployed together, and they sort of act as final stops before entering the Pyro, Magnus, and Terra jump points. It's important to be aware that we don't have the ability to use those jump points yet. There's no jump gates there. There's no ability to go to Pyro, but each location there is set up like any other rest stop station and Lagrange point. There's some cool gas clouds there, actually some really awesome looking gas clouds, and then there's the various structures and interesting things to explore there, but there's the space stations with all the facilities that you would need to do your trade and all that sort of jazz. They've re-added the platform assault on Orison. These are now renamed to repel raids on Orison, and there is various new Crusader platforms here too, so new missions there. Missions been reactivated. These FPS combat missions around Orison will now utilize newly added platform clusters, and we should be able to see the Siege of Orison turned back on. They're reintroducing Bounty, Assassinate, Clear All, and other missions around here. These FPS combat missions around Orison will now utilize those new platforms, as well as the old ones, basically more concurrent players doing those missions. But there's some interesting, unique locations around them too. These include Eliminate All missions, similar to the current underground bunker missions. Take out all the enemies in a given building. These mercenary missions available from Crusader Industries will have 3 difficulty curves, ranging from easy, clear of 1 building, to hard, clearing 3 buildings. There's eliminate specific target missions, which will have you taking out a single or multiple boss or bosses based on that difficulty curve again. For players to qualify and receive these missions, they first need to complete security work assessment for Crusader Security. Another set of new missions, retrieve consignments. Players are challenged to assault underground facilities and kill or search for data pads that contain consignments, depending on the mission variant. A consignment will have a code on top for the dispenser, which will cause the items listed on its manifest to come out of the dispenser one by one. These items can then be taken and sold at commodity kiosks. This is, however, optional, and players only need to retrieve the mission critical items to complete the actual mission, and then there's lots of other valuable loot that can then be dispensed if you wish. This mission will take part exclusively at the security underground facilities, are shareable, and will require the drop off of at least 1 box of classified files to complete the mission. The illegal version of this mission is offered by Ruto, and the legal version is offered by various security organisations of Stanton based on the area that you are in. The legal version of the mission, players will have to find corpses of dead security at the facility on arrival, and then you'll find data pads there, and the player will have to deal with Ninetales defending those locations that have been overrun. The illegal versions of the missions, the security forces there are very much alive, and you're going to have to take them out to get their data pads. These missions contain a new way of spawning enemies continuously in waves at the location, so you can stay there and keep on taking them out, getting more loot, but the waves will get progressively harder. This is triggered by putting code successfully into the dispenser, and for every 5 minutes that you are at the location. Waves don't start spawning in though like that until you've killed your first boss there. There's also a Steal Evidence mission at Security Post Korea. This mission is offered by Twitch Pacheco. Players are tasked with stealing the next evidence item that spawns from the Korea contraband dispenser. To obtain this mission, players must talk to Twitch Pacheco in person after completing her intro mission and having climbed in reputation. Only one instance can be active on the server at any one time. The first objective simply states to retrieve the evidence, which will place a marker on the evidence dispenser. The mission description in the Mobigas has a brief explanation of how to get the code for the dispenser. When a box of evidence is spawned, the marker moves from the dispenser to the evidence, though the objective stays the same. Once the box of evidence has been grabbed by a player on the mission, the delivery destination will then be marked. If the box of evidence is taken away by another non-mission player, the marker will stay on it to allow for recovery of that box by players on that mission. In a fantastic quality of life update, players can now sell things owned by members of their party without it being considered stolen, so you can deploy pods off your prospector and have another prospector pick that up or chuck it in a cargo bay or whatever, bam, someone else can sell it for you. Ground vehicle physics has been updated, handling improvements for the Nova tanks and all-wheeled vehicles. They've made throttle control easier and made suspension tweaks. There's some driver and pilot remote turret quality of life improvements. Zoom's been added for vehicles. For drivers and pilots, press Z to activate that. Drone mode is enabled as well and toggleable by G. So that's the updates to the persistent universe there. There's actually quite a lot of updates to Arena Commander as well. So until the 10th of November, Gun Rush is running as an experimental mode again, and it's extra spooky. Everyone's a skeleton. Gun Rush, really good fun. It's a free-for-all. Basically, it's the first person to get, I think, 16 kills. You get a different weapon every time you get a kill, and those weapons sort of are in a specific order, but some of them are quite hard to get kills with compared to others. The Winner Circle map, the playable area there for that dogfighting map, has had its area increased to 10 kilometers altitude from 6 kilometers. However, Pirate Swarm is currently disabled in the map. Endless Vandal Swarm, currently exclusive to Master Mode's experimental test, has received a significant balance adjustment. The number of AI that spawns per wave in general has been reduced. However, the Elite wave, where several Vandal Primes spawn, now includes all 13 legendary Vandal pilots. The strength of Vandal ships and skill of Vandal pilots now scales per wave. While they won't be sharing the exact details of this scaling, they are excited to see how players adapt and are looking forward to feedback. If you reach wave 25, basically survive 24 minutes or more, you earn the 2953 Vandal Aggressor badge. Pirate Swarm, waves 7, 8 and 9 have been updated. Wave 7, Constellations and Merlins there have been replaced with the Corsair. Wave 8 has a moderately skilled Hammerhead, which I think is an interesting choice. Actually, that will be quite fun. Wave 9, they've added 2 Buccaneers and 1 Corsair. They've also adjusted AI skills between Wave 4 and 8 for a better difficulty curve. They've basically removed Constellations and Merlins at the moment because they need to update them to be better in those modes. Match cycle improvements. This is going to make it rarer to get the same map in your next match. They've also removed the F8C from the allowed vehicles of Battle Royale and Duel, as these modes are supposed to be limited to light and medium fighters. Also, they've adjusted its score to 3500 in other modes to better represent its class and ability. Boom! That's it for your updates and patch notes effectively on Alpha 3.21 Mission Ready Live. Really, really cool patch. There is a ton of bug fixes and stability and performance updates here as well, and I'm really interested to know your sort of experience of the patch. Have you got yourself a Spirit A1? Are you enjoying that ship? Are you going to get one when they actually add it to be purchasable in-game? Because it's available in-game now, but you can't purchase them in-game until the next major patch, or at least 3 months have passed. Have you visited those jump point rest stops ahead of their deployment of jump points? I am hoping that we see pyro in testing by the end of the year, or something cool at CitizenCon. Have you been playing in any of those new missions, and what do you think of them? Have the servers been treating you? Are AI really derpy at the moment, or are they actually performing as intended? Whatever your thoughts or questions, please tell me in the comments below. And if you want to get Star Citizen and you don't have an account yet, use my link down below. Obviously, if you purchase a game package by the 30th of October, you'll also get yourself a hover quad in addition to anything else, as it automatically puts a referral code in for you. What the hell are you? It's nordvpn.com/BoredGamer, enabling you to minimize your presence on the internet, almost like a cloaking device. It also allows you to hunt out the best TV and movies and shopping deals by changing your region. It prevents big internet from gathering and using your personal data. There's even a data breach scanner and meshnet for your own remote private network included. When Zin asked, what's the Predator movie got to do with NordVPN or CitizenCon or Star Citizen, I said, what's any of our NordVPN ads got to do with anything? Grab yourself NordVPN in the links below for a seamless, secure internet experience. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. For October 2023, we are giving away a Constellation Phoenix. This luxury multi-crew ship can be used as a mission runner, an explorer, a base of operations, and more. It comes with a luxury P-72 Archimedes snub, as well as the Lynx rover, allowing you to have on and off planet excursions. Just comment on any of my videos made during the month to be in for a chance of winning that. This is the bit of the video where I appeal to you to try and join the channel memberships and give us money. We have a load of you that are Patreons or have become YouTube channel members with the join button under my videos, and that goes a huge way in helping the channel and enabling us to make daily Star Citizen news entertainment. But there are a load of other ways to help us: liking, commenting, sharing these videos. That helps the channel grow. Thank you for watching to the end. Please get involved in the comment section, and I hope you have a great October.